And welcome back, everybody. Team Vitality taking on Ldlc as we rock into the final game of the night. My name is Mitch. This is Scriv, and we're rocking through the day. We've made it just about.
Indeed, it's been a busy week. We had a few clashes last week on EU, and now we're kind of looking to get through things and catch things up. I think it's been like 4 games, 3 days in a row. But I think this is a good one to end it on, right? We got the clash of the French scene, of course. A few players over on the Vitality side once kind of dropping into the LDLC camp. Some, in the case of MBK, a long time ago, and others, Alex, fairly recently. So, it's going to be interesting. Two big names, but for me, I think LDLC have been underperforming for the vast majority in this season. But they are not going to be slowing things down here in this pistol. Tuanu is charging up middle, finding 2 kills, and now leaving MBK and the rest of the boys to come in from lower tunnels. It's been a very crazy, very fast pistol so far. And if I do say so myself, a very French pistol, as we have come to know them as being very, very aggressive in your face kind of teams, especially on Dust 2.
And a slow aftermath of that early action. LDLC have to play a very, midline game here. 1-1-1. They go aggressive on the A bomb side on long. Don't spot anybody. Tuanu able to take down MBK. A quick headshot. Now things are risky for RPK crossing there as well on only 23 HP. He's in a lot of trouble. And although he manages to find a kill, he's so low. Should be an easy kill to pick up for Tuanu. Finds it with a headshot as well. 1-0 as we start things off for LDLC. They are looking fly. And, the pistol win here, we talked about it a couple of times, that you want to see minimized SMG buy in this round. Sixer doesn't have a lot of money though. Mad Hen takes out an MP5. And Sixer just about takes the FAMAS, not looking for utility. And in a round like this, util's not that important. So it can often make sense to keep the money for the utility, or invest into a more hefty weapon, which will allow you to be more present in the next round. LDLC, of course, trying to survive with as many players as possible and also get as many SMG frags as they can. I want to boost that economy up a little bit.
Always nice. And we have recently had a new MP5 skin added to the game, so we'll see if Matten's got it, or not. I was kind of tempted. I was like, should I open some? Might get something sick, and it'll be worth loads. But then, kind of remember now, good old Valve have shut down the profit making. But for me, I think that's kind of a bonus, right? We want more money going into Valve, and they've been doing a really good job recently, I think, with paying attention to CS. We've given them a bit of stick over the years. Obviously, Dota 2 is a little bit of a favourite for them in-house, as well as out on the platform of Steam. Arguably more popular. I think it's around the same as CS, to be honest, at this point. But yeah, they've kind of changed things up, made the game free, a lot of updates at the moment, keeping things fresh and new. So high five to Valve. If I ever meet Gabe Newell, he does get a high five from me. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta say, like, recently we've seen a massive upheaval of updates. But let's see, Team Vitality coming in with a couple AKs. Only the one Ldlc. That's the only weakness that they have in their buy. LDLC, not in the same boat. 2 FAMAS. They got themselves an MP9 as well, and Ldlc already shown us what the FAMAS can do on short. Unfortunately, he's completely isolated, and they know that he's there. Madhen finds one, but the trade goes in instantly to keep the man advantage over towards the French side. Which French side, you ask? Well, it's not yet determined, as XMS comes in with a quick double. And MBK is last alive. Full HP and a bomb in his possession. And as he doesn't see XMS here, I mean, he smoked him off, which takes away a little bit of information because XMS could be hiding behind the smoke, waiting for it to dissipate. Could have fallen back to B, but I think the one thing that MBK is going to be cautious of here is XM coming through long. He's taken a long time to do so. The bomb's planted, so ups the speed a little bit. He gets to long before MBK could have possibly been there. There's a lot of angles for MBK to worry about as he comes down, but he's focused on XMS. Looking towards long. He expected it and finds the frag. And I mean, if XM was a little bit higher on HP there, maybe he comes out on top and he's able to actually fight it. But Doesn't happen. Not going to work for him, and so we're pushed over 2-1. Team Vitality winning out the bye round should even things out to a 2-2, but the thing is Ldlc didn't invest too heavily into the previous round, so they're still able to get some bits and bobs out here. We're seeing even one player on a P250. With a scout in play, though, that makes all of these weapons viable.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. We'll see here. Great bit of aggression towards long as Twanu going to find 2 very quick kills. A 4 versus 2. Very quickly indeed. Tag on towards Alex as well, and he doesn't get the return kill. Sixer is lucky to get away, but will be happy to have done so. Trying to fake out that it's more of a B play than an A play, but I think they're reading into this quite well on the Ldlc side of things, stacking the majority of their players on A. And now obviously that bomb going to slowly but surely show itself. Great peek comes in from Alex, as he will find one. MBK is yet to heavily commit, right? So they still have this B-bomb site as an option. One of the small silver linings of losing so many players early on does mean that, you know, you have a lot of time to try and work out how you're going to get back into the round. Whereas if there's maybe only 30 seconds left, you kind of have to charge in and just go with the flow, which is seemingly against you. Nice find by MBK, though. Again, they are losing players, but it's good damage. There's still this Org of XMS in play that's really going to make a difference. As he will begin to rotate across, but Matt ends. MBK is savvy to the fact. Will find his head. A 2 versus 1 from what was essentially a 2 versus 5. I mean, Zaiwu, you know, kind of found one, but it was very quickly traded back. So this is really, really good stuff. To be honest, an XMS, he doesn't want anything to do with it. Was hoping that maybe they'd rotate across to B, and Team Vitality going to steal away another round. It's still, you know, fairly close, but it's a round they should not be getting away with.
See, what's XMS? He doesn't have a kit, so he's not really favored to go for this in a 1v2. He doesn't know about the HP of Team Vitality, of course. The thing that I'm kind of wondering is, what's he really going to be able to do in the next round with that AUG? Because more than likely his teammates won't have a whole lot to work with. They're only on their second loss bonus. And with, of course, not losing the pistol, they're all the way down to loss bonus 0 to start off with. So the $1,900, you know, it's not going to do a lot for them. I doubt you're going to see a force buy coming in, and indeed it's already indicated as Devicevec purchases himself a Deagle. Everybody else should be, maybe Twanu can take a Deag as well, but I think with 2,700 he wants to save up for the AWP a little bit later on. Of course, after this round they're going to get the, well, presuming Ldlc lose this round, they're on the $2,400. Oh, and actually Twanu then purchases up the CZ. Oh. And already that AUG drops, look, that's hefty. They Molotov it off as well. They can't get it back. Ldlc have lost their main hope of this round.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 ways that you can play it. You know, you can bait around the pistols, or you can take that early initiative and try and, you know, find an early pick, an early couple of picks. Ultimately, you know, it would need a hero play, right? And it's just not going to happen at all. Devicevec does find a very nice shot, but also quickly shut down. And now they're playing this really well. This is how you should play your anti-ecos, by the way, for any budding pros out there. And this is a really good way to do it, especially when you get an early pick. You know, you get aggressive to get a bit of control. Probably going to end up fighting someone, you know, because they're on the pistols. They want to get in your face and overwhelm you. And then you just slow things way down to see if anybody else is going to try and get aggressive, and make sure that, you know, you've got a few friends around so that if you do get taken down by a nice Deagle shot or whatever, it is very quickly tradable, which is obviously what we're going to see here onto Matt end. So just kind of beautifully timed there from Vitality to back up my point. And Six are now on the opposite side of the map. Not really anything that he can do. But it's very easy when you're against the pistols. If they pick up a kill, you know, for you to just panic and all go rushing in, and then suddenly there's 3 more players there, and you've lost like 2 or 3 AKs, and one of them's got armor, and he kills the rest of you. You know, it can very, very quickly fall out of hand because of the loose nature that the team with the pistols can take, because there's a lot less risk associated with an over aggressive rotation or, you know, a stack on a certain part of the map.
You see the way the plan there in that round was to rush through short with XMS on the AUG. He had 2 players supporting him who could potentially pick up the weapon if he died. I feel like the thing that they should have focused on a little bit more was a little bit of utility. We saw a Deagle and a CZ being purchased up. A flashbang there popped over towards middle to help XMS out, peeking on the AUG. Could have helped out a lot more. He might have faced into 2 blind opponents, found 2 kills. Maybe they can claim a little bit of middle control on the back of it, then the pistols can come out support, pick up some AKs, and you've got a real opening into the round potentially. I think going in for just a straight right peek on mid and getting taken down, it's not really great. You saw how well Vitality handled it. As soon as they saw that's the AUG down, okay, well, let's Molotov it, stop them from picking it up, take the rest of the Angels. You know you're only up against USPs for the most part, with the occasional, CZ or Deagle around here or there. So I think it's well handled. Certainly a well-played round by Vitality, but I question all of Ldlc's investment into that. I think we could have seen a little bit of smarter investment. Instead of going into a pistol without armor, just buy a flashbang, a little bit extra money for the next round. Even flashing a P250 instead of a CZ. But look, Vitality moving towards the A bomb site. They're facing into a full buy from Ldlc. Not a whole lot of utility left on that CT side to work with. Sixer's the only one with a Molotov left. He's over towards the B bomb site, so he's going to be inconsequential as Vitality pushed very quickly towards this A bomb site. Matt Hand and Twanu going to look to stop them, dropping down towards the CT spawn already, though. And this is a firm split. Very difficult for Ldlc to work with. The flashbangs are everywhere. Alex manages to help out Apex, finding a quick triple and shutting down the A defense. It's got to be a save from Ldlc, but Sixer can't even get out of there alive. They're hunting down like savages, chasing Ldlc away from CT and leaving only XMS again to save a weapon. But I don't think he's going to be able to do it this time. He's being pushed up close. In comes Alex. He's looking for the kill and finds it very quickly indeed, pushing us over to another round win for Vitality. Ldlc not saving anything means that they've not got a whole lot of money to work with here. And 4-2 down. Not the ideal position to be in right now for these boys. I think we need to see them clock up a little bit more. They're on that 3-round loss bonus. A 4-round coming into that one. They would have gotten 2,900. Investing into the Deagles, you can see that they look the chances of winning out this round, and even the invest, like, so usually in a round like this we're saying 2 to 3 kills, right? But Vitality have got a lot of money built up, so even that won't do a whole lot immediately for Ldlc. They need to improve their buy rounds drastically.
Could be dangerous here, though, for Vitality in the context of this round. Again, what I was talking about previously, this is those aggressive stacks that you can go for. There's 5 players directly in on the A-bomb site. They're not heavily committing on the Vitality side. A lot of damage done with that Molotov as well onto Twanu. The double smoke's going to come in towards CT, though, and this does give away the fact that it's going to be a hit. So it could be messy. They need to eliminate these pistols quickly. They will make quick work of them initially. Nice little trade from XMS, but ultimately, losing those 2 close players a little bit too easily. Zywoo as well, just taking full control. Great watch of the smoke. Matt End. He's going to try and jump up. He's not. He's going to wait for the smoke to dissipate, and MBK deals with him. So that could have been a hell of a lot worse for Vitality. But they play it relatively well in the CQB kind of scenario. Really good stuff from them as they will continue to extend their lead.
Indeed, pushing it further and further into their favor. And here's where Ldlc have a chance to answer back. They've got their full buy, a double op setup, perhaps going to change the tide into their favor a little bit more. Sixer and Twanu, lots of kits in play, utility as well. Everything they could ask for. Devojivek on the A1S without a skin. It's always interesting. I mean, I'm happy that the A1S is becoming a little bit more relevant with the extra mag size, because the skins for the A4 are just terrible. We need more. I mean, A1S skins are so nice. There's so many just beautiful ones. I think that the
I'd say recently. So listen, we got the Asimov, pretty nice. I quite like the Neo Noir, but it's just the silencer on the A1S gives it that extra sleek kind of look. So aesthetically, it does look a little bit kind of sexier. You know what I mean?
I've never considered the A1S sexy, I have to say, but
well, um, either way, enough about skins, because that's not obviously what equals wins. You know, you gotta move in, find the kills. That's what Team Vitality are trying to do right now. Gonna get this bomb plant in for short, but we saw a lot of the major. I've mentioned it a few times as we've casted a lot of dust too over the past week or so. But retaking this A bomb site is not all that difficult because it is fairly open. I think you do a really good job if you are prepared as the CD side. MIBR look really good on it, and now Ldlc are also looking pretty good on it as they bring it into a 4 versus 2. Clean flashbang, but MBK turns away from it. Beautiful distraction play as well, going to leave Zywo now in a 1 versus 2. The thing that is working... Oh my god, XMS! Okay, I was going to say the thing that's working against him is the time, and he was kind of hidden away, but I guess he moved out into the open, and XMS knows his angles. A 3k coming in from him. And now a 3rd round for Ldlc.
A 3rd round on the board at least, but look, Vitality has so much money built up, and remember, even if they manage to come back in and win this round, Ldlc will be able to answer back with a bit of economy of their own. The loss bonus built up here doesn't get reset as it did before with the new update in play. We've been talking about it all goddamn day, but here we go again. They lose this round, they're back on 3,400 loss bonus. They get a full loss bonus once more on the Ldlc side, so it's not too big of a deal. But they definitely want to start clocking these rounds up because Vitality so far have been walking all over them in some instances. Double up setup again coming through. It changed the tide in the previous round. Let's see if that's going to be the case again as movement comes over towards middle. Sixers trying to spot them out, bait a couple of shots, and indeed bait them through because Matt Hend is up close with an MP5 SD ready to mow them on down in the close corner.
We'll see if he's given this opportunity. Not going to move directly in towards him. Instead, just looking to play things safe again towards B. A lot of people going to come through that choke point, though. This is going to have to be a clean take. Smoke to go through, but up close and personal, they've got XMS waiting, and it's a great setup here. Sixer as well. A few more shots rung off. He will find 1 kill, and they run straight past XMS. He's only good for 1 though, as Apex is in a bit of an unorthodox spot, I suppose, tucked away. Brings it now into a 3 versus 3. Matt ends on the quick flank though, but the MP5 at range, oh, it's awkward to watch. He does a bit of damage, but not ideal. Alex is here and ready as well. Deva Duvet caught with a nade out. Matt End not able to get the trade. Beautifully done by Alex, as it will be Tuano in a 1 versus 3 on the AWP. Going to look to save, of course.
As you would expect. Look, his teammates will still have money to get a buy up in the next round if they want. It'll be a scrappy one, but certainly a lot of FAMAS can come out. The plural of FAMAS, of course, being FAMAS. I googled it, so I'm 10% sure I'm correct. Closing in the distance here. I'm not sure if Potter's going to get away with saving it. Indeed, Apex takes it down as he swings. I mean, he had to swing there, because there were players pincer him from either angle. He would have been taken down eventually, so he had to take a fight, and failing to actually win that, I think almost sets Ldlc into a more even position in the sense that they're on the same page now. There's no kind of, should we buy here? Should we not? Maybe they would have called a pause. They all go for the Deagles and the P250s where they can. Or the Deagles where they can, the P250s where they cannot. The cross goes over towards B, gets lit up. That's XMS down to 31, but he's got a Deagle. He's looking for those 1 Deags either way.
Again, Vitality playing this really well, just slowly, a good utility usage, waiting the first sort of 30-ish seconds to see if anyone's going to get aggressive and in their face so that they don't get caught, with nades out and things. So I think it's a really smart play from them, to be fair, and now, as Ldlc look to move forward, this could be dangerous. Well, I thought Apex had a bit of an opportunity, to clap some heads, but he loses his teammate, and then they all converge onto his position. I think now with this bomb going down, it would make a bit of sense. What? XMS takes my breath away with that one. Good God. I think after that they're going to try and go for it.
I've never seen you lost for words, Scriv.
It's pretty strange, but it's unfortunately to no avail. As the two players in from short can't really get anything done. They do not have the same magic that XMS seems to be possessing right now.
You know, he's out of there saving the AK, but my God. I mean, I know what chat's going to be saying about that one.
It's a case of, you know, he knows the angle of Car, really.
Yeah, no, sure, but it's... You know what's going to be said. It's beautiful. Like, 7-3, though. I mean, you can get those beautiful shots. You can get your clips, but it doesn't matter if you're not getting the rounds. And XMS... Dude, that's the second time in a row he's just been littering across. He's not having a good time here. Returns it on to Alex, though, as Sixer with the AWP. XM going to try and peek. He's wide peeking. That's dangerous. He felt like smokes were his friend, but I mean, he could have been in a lot of danger if they hit one of those spams. Only 20 HP. That's, I mean, you're really tempting fate standing in the open. Kind of confined to cover at this point. Sixer there to support him, but also has to keep an eye towards middle. So just drops the smoke to allow XMS to kind of spot it by himself. That's an awkward flashbang for Alex, or for Apex. Molotov towards short. Looks like they'll be focusing towards the short area. They've pushed them back at this point, trying to get any info on whether there's players there or not. They don't manage any. And as they push on up, they're going to find out. Mad Hands up close. The flashbang goes in. He finds one. No second to be connected despite low HP on Apex and Alex. The A bomb site falls very quickly, and it's all onto Devil Juvek. He's got that 25 bullet A1S, but he's got a bullet in his head, sadly. Nothing to be found for Ldlc on the A site defense. Bomb goes down, and it's a 4 versus 2. It looks like Ldlc have given up all hope, but even a save might not be so easy.
There is a chance, yeah, that they get hunted down here. At the moment, it is only Alex, and he's kind of low HP, so I think it's more of a catch you running away type deal rather than a solid hunt, you know, clear every angle type thing. They could easily do that with the money that they have, and I think they're going to slowly move in, yeah, once they're sure that no one is coming, going to try any sneaky plays. However, both these players are just staring at the floor, hiding away. Alex going to find 6 of those as they're using Molotovs and, you know, utility for this. And he also takes down XMS. So, really been performing well so far. For me, Alex looking really good. MBK as well with the clean 3K to open that round up. And as you can see, those two players are right at the top of the scoreboard. RPK is just having a great time chilling on 2 frags, 8 deaths as well. Unfortunately, the cannon fodder for this game, it would appear. But that's okay, you know. Love this boost, and it will work out. XMS going to take down Zaiwu, a key player to find, and the you know, early AWP buy, thanks to, I guess, how much money he had, is actually going to have quite a big impact, I think, in this round now off the back of that early pick. One more from him, and it's worthwhile, 100%.
Damn, Apex is just not having a good time with that flashbang. Twice in a row now. He's hit himself with it. But taking a look at things, Vitality, you know, 4v5, it's not the worst situation in the world, but as they push up, Apex needs to be very careful. There's no one there to trade him immediately. Now his teammates right behind him. Those spacings improved a little bit, as they should be able to take that kill onto Twanu together. And the push on long is no more successful than the short hold. As A falls, it leaves Ldlc in an awkward spot. XMS has got an AWP, but Vitality know that. They might want to hunt him down. There's not too many benefits right away. You force more reinvestment in the next round, but Ldlc will definitely have their full buyout. You know, most players are going to be above or around 6K. RPK is willing to risk his life to try and shut it down, and actually finds it. Sixer picks up the AWP. RPK spotted that. He's ready for the off peak to come in, but he's still going to be taken down. Thing is, they know exactly where he is now, and you can see them just descending upon him. 2 players going in for him. Problem is, there's 2 1v1s. This could be very easy. If Sixer finds both of those kills, it's a 1v1 retake on A, but he finds no more, with Apex taking him down 9-3. Here's the full buy for Ldlc, though, and as you can see, like most players, up and around $6,000. It's an easy full buy. Full utility armor is going to come out no problemo. But Vitality already have 9 rounds on the board, so this is really like do or die for Ldlc. They need to stop them right now. You really can't allow them to get away with double digits, then you're facing into a pistol armor buy.
Right. It's scary territory, and the B rush going to be the order of the day. The first player going to fall, but they are trapped right now in a closet. 5 versus 4, but they are looking to maybe take this round by the tail once again. Apex, though, he will come in from above, and unfortunately, there's only so long you can stay alive in a spot like that. I think it would have needed something incredible, especially with them stacked on top of each other. It would have been very, very difficult indeed. And now a 3 versus 2. I'm going to try and pull off this flank, but I feel like at this point you have to... It's in the realms of, like, you know, usually it's save, and I think that's what they're going to go for, but also you're so far behind that you might just want to try and pull a cheeky one out of the bag, you know? But unfortunately, they're not going to go for that. We're not going to see them try and tempt fate. They're just gonna let it go by the wayside. So I think this half is really getting out of hand, and it feels like it's been a really, really quick one as well. Ldlc early on looking kind of competitive in places, but again, they did win the pistol, if I am correct in thinking. Devo Duvet gonna fall there as we're checking on this. It's always hard. Again, Esea, classic scoreboard. But I think they did win the pistol, right?
Yeah, they won the pistol, and they won 1 buy round.
Right.
With the defuse as well. Like, Vitality have been getting the bomb down the vast majority of rounds. They're overtaking these bomb sites so easily. And the man advantages they gain from that really does just put a lot of pressure on Ldlc to try and make things work. Because if you're losing bomb sites and you're like a man down, even if you're not a man down, if you're in a 3v3 and you have to retake a bomb site, time's against you. The other players are set up. They've probably still got utility because they're taking it so quickly. Ldlc in a really awkward spot here. They've got an op and an M4, but up close is the CG. That's going to be shut down straight away. No chance for XMS. The rest of the players just tapping away. OPK takes down Twanu. Sixer only manages 1 before the trade immediately goes in. And once more, a 2v4 retake on B is just in the realms of unwinnable. MBK pushes over towards the window. You might think that that's over-aggressive, but there's an AWP there. He doesn't want to be saved over. So they want to go in, they want to push and take control of that part of the map. It's more important than the bomb site at that point to them, because they've got 3 players in the bomb site. You want to push out, you want to make sure that they're not, you know, stealing that AWP away, getting into CT and saving an M4 and an op again. And it just puts a lot of economic pressure on Ldlc coming into the final round now without being able to save over any weapons. They're down to a UMP on Devo Juvek. 2 AWPs coming out, though, alongside utility with 2 AUGs. But you can definitely see the flaw, the small bits of, the small struggles in their economy with the UMP coming through. Vitality, on the other hand, you could say they've got enough money.
Big flex coming in from Alex on that one for sure. But yeah, it's been tough here, and I think this really just sums up how things have been going for Ldlc the kind of past 12 months. God.
There's an armory of weapons in the T-spawn.
Yeah, and then he's kind of like, I might want to get rid of a few of these. You never know. They're not great on the money.
Hops, Galils, AKs. They've left 2 AKs in spawn. And an op. There's just weapons everywhere. You got a T-spawn, it's like a free market. A Mr. Beast shop.
Either way, action gonna get underway as a few flashes and some early tags will mean that they want to go long. They try and answer back on short. That's such a shame for Twanu. Gets the tag onto MBK, but not quite the kill. Now going to be leaving Sixer in on the site by himself. But what the hell? There's a good couple of kills from XMS, but then it's traded back really quickly. 12-3 comes through very fast indeed. But yeah, just kind of pick up on what I was saying. I mean, Ldlc, they've just kind of suffered in places. You know, they've had a bit of a rotating door, a revolving door, I suppose, would be the technical term. But, you know, it's just not really been great for them in terms of losing players and not having a stable lineup. And 2 seasons ago, you know, they were in Pro League, and then I think they just very narrowly missed out on making it back to Pro League last season. But coming into MDL this time around, it's really, really been poor from them. It could have been worse, don't get me wrong, but there are some games where they just don't look like, you know, they are they're like a shadow of the team that they once were, it would seem, to be honest. I think that's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, this is 12-3 for Vitality. I thought it would be a good game, a close game, but definitely nowhere near this heavily favored towards Vitality. Right now, like, in terms of the economy changes that went down, Ldlc see absolutely no benefit from it. There was one round where it actually mattered. That was round number 8, I think, where they actually won a round and then got reset. So what would have been a reset before, they were again on $3,400, but they couldn't win any buy round from that point forward. So if anything, you know, Ldlc today versus yesterday have come into this with an even better situation where they, like, you know, technically if you played this out yesterday, they would have lost more rounds because they would have, well, not really, but the rounds would have been more convincing because they wouldn't have had buys in the rounds that they then lost after round number 8. If that makes sense.
Right.
This is just astounding. You know, they've had so many more buy rounds than they usually would have, and yet still 12-3 Vitality walking away with this. You know, and they should technically be being punished more than they would have on the old economy system. Now into a pistol round where Apex has got himself utility, but Alex falling early on. Oh, they don't expect a second flanker though. Zywu sitting there. He's got support from ORPK on short as well, but ORP has to rotate back around towards the A bomb side. His presence is made on long. All the players coming in through the tunnels, though. Apex has got to have a huge performance. Picks one. They jump around the corner, though. What can you do when you get jumping blocked?
Yeah, well, it is a bit difficult for him. He is known for the pistols, but it's Zywu trying to take the crown as he will find a quick 3 kills. The final player is a little bit of an obscure position, but Zywu is just perfect. I mean, you mentioned it at the start of the round, right? He was in a great position, but to pick up all 4 kills like that is just ridiculous. Ldlc had a chance back into it, you know, get the pistol, feel a little bit more comfortable coming into the second half. Ultimately, though, they are not able to do so. And yeah, Team Vitality just off to a great start once again, as things looking tough for their French brethren at this point. Ldlc, I mean, it's going to be 14-3 before they're even able to answer back. It's just, it's difficult. It's a harsh game for them at the moment.
I think, you know, so in that position, 12-3 down, you have to win the pistol really to keep yourself alive. And the problem is Ldlc there, as they pushed out of the bomb site with the advantage in play. When Zywu found 1 kill, I thought they would have instantly got that call out, but he managed to walk around, find a second player that was semi-unaware, and then went out the 3rd aim duel, but that was the only time that there was really an aim duel in play where both players were ready for the engagement. And then, of course, the player in window shooting him in the side, he turns around and headshots him. A quick 4K, it was beautifully played, coming up through the tunnels where he wasn't expected. And again, biding his time. You know, he didn't go straight in through the tunnels. He backed off a little bit when his teammates out. When Alex went down, he backed off to around where Sixer is now, waited. Push came through on B, and he slow walked in, took his time, let his teammate rotate around so he had support, so he could at least be traded, and he didn't need to be. 13-3, like we said, this round's pretty much a throwaway for Ldlc. They buy up what little they can to try and get some damage done, hopefully a bomb plant in play. But Vitality at this point are looking unstoppable. Zywu on that bomb site. One boost comes in, Sixer makes his way a lot closer to the bomb site. He just wants to get up close to those boxes to get the bomb down, but it's not possible. ORPK and Alex rotate in to help out. And 14-3, Ldlc so far behind right now. It is a difficult. It's difficult to imagine a situation where Ldlc actually managed to pull this comeback off, considering they lost just so many full buy rounds to start things off. And again, we're still seeing Vitality on peak performance early on in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, gonna need, you know, again, an incredible performance like you're kind of alluding to. I mean, it's a really tough one at the moment. Yeah, for me, it's surprising a little small amount, but I did expect, you know, Vitality to ultimately take the game, but just breeze through it like this.
Well, especially with the economy changes, with the amount of buy rounds that are played. You know, Ldlc are not a weak team. That's a great flashbang. Zywu! My God! Someone stop him! Someone, please!
XMS is successful.
Like, he's been
dormant
throughout this throughout this game, he's been pretty dormant. Like, I think he was sitting around 9-9 when the half ended. You know, like, he was doing his job. He wasn't doing bad. But, like, he's like, oh, CT side. Okay, this is my turf. I got this.
Yeah, it was Alex and MBK over on the T side. But not too crazy from him. Just, you know, easy stuff off of that flashbang, like he said. And now we'll see. XMS waits patiently. He's certainly been a standout player for LDLC. Not quite standout enough, but maybe he can pull them through this round, perhaps. RPK, though, has got other things to say in at the ramp. As a team kill coming in from XMS, that's a bit awkward. He will find RPK, I guess, but a 2 versus 1 and kind of planting out in the open will end up falling, as it's just, you know, panicked again. It's all over the place from LDLC, as it's just kind of messy. I think there is severe issues right now in this lineup in terms of just basic fundamentals, communication, set pieces and things. Just really questionable stuff in places from them.
Oh my god. Twanu opens it up on the MBK, takes Apex down as well. It's at least somewhat of a shining light for LDLC with a man advantage and indeed low HP on another. The thing is, you know, how seriously are you taking the game at this point where you're so far down? My god, it doesn't matter how seriously you're taking it. They're being mowed down, or PK with a quick 3-piece. Twanu's last alive. He's coming through short. He doesn't have the bomb. It's over, Scriv. I mean, walking into Alex, he's just taking his M4 out. Scout ringing out. The flanks coming into Apex up close. Apex is an easy kill. If you can land just one shot onto him with that Scout, it's, you know... Nope. He was looking towards top mid. Apex finds the headshot, and it's all over. Scriv, that was, you could say, a surprisingly one-sided game.
Yeah, a little. I mean, we were expecting it to go the way of Vitality, like we said, but just really surprising stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, ZywOo really stepped it up in that second half, but like we said, MBK and I think it was Apex and Alex as well up there. Alex in the first half specifically, you know, doing a great job. MBK was present throughout the whole game. ZywOo took the show at the end. What can you do? I mean, these guys just playing out of their minds. And LDLC, you alluded towards it, Scriv. There were a couple issues there. You could see the kind of communication maybe wasn't on point. At times they were very isolated in how they were playing, and it really showed.
Yeah, for sure. It's sad to see, but a great day of games, to be fair. It was really good to cast with you, Mitch, of course. And we saw some interesting kind of things with the new economy, but we'll have to see now. That's the end of regular play. Obviously, the playoffs going to get started next week, so do be sure to stick around, follow the channel if you haven't, and we will see you soon for those playoff stages.